Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence. And today we're joined by another distinguished guest, John Brent Cashin, who is one of the who is the committee president of the Ansted Hometown Heritage Festival, joins us this morning to discuss the event which kicks off on Friday, June 14th. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Thanks for having me, Brandy.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we were talking a little bit before the show started, and we were talking about how much you all have going on for this year's event. But for the people that may not be familiar with the festival, can you give them a little bit of a background about it?
Well, the festival's been going on over 25 years in Ansted. It's always on Father's Day weekend. Generally it starts on Friday, but this year we have a carnival coming into town at the Midland Trail Community Center, and it starts Thursday, and the festival goes through Sunday.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm sure all the kids out there will love that, because they were like, well, we can start early, go to the carnival. So the carnival, you said it starts on the 13th. Will they have to pay admission for that, or is it part of the festival? Or
It's part of the festival, but it's put on by a group, the carnival group, and they're on their own as far as admission and everything for the rides.
Gotcha.
So there is a charge, I'm sure, for the rides, but they're doing their own thing. We do have fireworks also planned for Saturday night at 9 o'clock. Well, after 9 o'clock, after it gets dark, and those will be also at the community center. So that should be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And I see you all also have a parade.
We do. We have a huge parade Saturday at 1 o'clock. They start forming at noon. And this year is probably going to be the biggest parade ever. Our organizer has done a marvelous job. We've got people from all over the state coming for the parade. There's a part of the festival is a tractor show and an antique car show. And some of those will also be in the parade, as well as fire departments. And we always, since Memorial Day is this weekend, we always honor the veterans too at the parade.
Awesome. Yeah, so that should be a really great opportunity. So, you got Father's Day, so a lot of fathers out there as well.
Yes.
Vintage car shows, the tractor shows, which the fathers I'm sure will also love. Then you got the veterans out here for Memorial Day.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's perfect. I think it all works really well together.
It does work really well together. We've got a lot of vendors that are going to be at the show, all kinds of food, more food than you can shake a stick at. A lot of live music. We have all local bands, not just from Ansted. I mean, local from Southern West Virginia area. So we've tried to keep it all within West Virginia for all the bands that are coming. And then a non-denominational church service on Sunday, and a Christian group singing on Sunday.
Well, that's awesome. It's a lot of, jam-packed things. And it's really great that you all prioritize local artists and things like that to sort of help them get their name out even more in Southern West Virginia. Because I'm sure there are some people that probably will know who's coming, but some people, it may be an introduction to them. So that'll be really cool.
Right. I'm sure it will be. It'll be interesting. I mean, it'll be fun. There's a couple of the groups. MAM is on Friday night. Thomas Danley, Two Broke Band, and Silver Streak are on Saturday. And then Alan Wayne and Peyton Alexis on Sunday. Awesome. So that'll be really fun.
Awesome. I think we've heard a little bit about Peyton Alexis here. I want to say we've done a story on her before, but that name does sound familiar. So you guys make sure to go out and catch, all these great local artists at the Ansted Hometown Heritage Festival. I see you all also have a couple of different competitions going on. There's a rubber ducky race.
Right. We have 300 rubber duckies that we're selling, and it's a fundraiser, and it actually boosts for next year's festival. But it's on Saturday. I believe it's on Saturday, and we go to the Mill Creek and we dump all the rubber duckies in, and we have one of the local deputy sheriffs who's going to be at the end of the creek to declare who the winners are and collect all the rubber duckies. Mm-hmm. So the first prize is, I believe, $200, second is $100, and then there's, I think all the way to 8th place, there's prizes.
Oh, awesome. So multiple chances to win.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a really good fundraiser. All the funds, everything for the festival is through fundraising. We do bingo about once a month, and that's been really enjoyable. It's at the local VFW there in town usually, or at the community center, and people really enjoy it. It's almost everything there is donated by local people. We also serve dinner, and that's all donated by people on the committee. The committees are fantastic. These people are they really bend over backwards.
Well, shout out to the committee then, because it seems like you all are doing really awesome work, and everything really is, hometown community based. So it's really great to see you all come together and, do such a feat like this, because I'm sure it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but it's just the logistics can be a little overwhelming sometimes. There's, I don't know if I mentioned, there's a corn toss challenge on Saturday, and there'll be areas to practice if people really want to get a workout in. On Friday at 5 o'clock, there's karaoke, which can be painful at times, but that's a lot of fun. There's cloggers also. We have a clogging group coming in. That'll be fun. And that's at the opening ceremony. Right after the opening ceremony, the cloggers will be performing, and that should be fun. Yeah, we'll have to catch that. Yeah, that'll be neat. You don't see that every day. A lot of cloggers, No, and it's I can't remember let's see. I think my wife did write down the clogging group's name, but I don't remember it offhand. But it's on our Facebook page. Yes. It has that information on there. But that should be really fun. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun too. And I know you mentioned bingo. You all are also having a bingo event during the festival? No, the bingo, we're having a bingo this weekend. This weekend, gotcha. And it's about once a month. So it would be a little much to have it during the festival. Yeah, probably. Probably a lot going on. Yeah, there'll be a lot going on. And there's so much to do at the festival that I think that's enough to keep people pretty busy. Yeah, definitely. Because I saw there also is a softball competition. There is a softball competition. It's at the Midland Trail Community Center, or no, I'm sorry, at the Little League field there in Ansted. I don't really have any information on that. I think it's probably on there. That's just scheduled to be during that time, but it's not part of the festival. Just kind of falls into it. Yes, it's just more activities. So it should be a busy part of town. Definitely, definitely. So you guys, anything that you all want to catch during this festival, you literally can. The rubber duckies, the food. I know that's one of my favorite parts, the food vendors. And I see you also have craft vendors that are coming. We have a lot of craft vendors. We have kids face painting. We'll be there. The VFW does a hot dog sale in addition to just about any other food you'd want to eat. Let's see. The museum, the Ansted Museum, will be open, and it really takes you back in time. The Ansted Museum. It's the old. It's at the old jail there in town, which is really pretty interesting. But there'll be a lot to do. You definitely wouldn't be bored. And I know that kids, the last festivals they had, the carnival, the kids just really enjoyed the carnival. Oh, I'm sure. It's really a lot of fun. And they do, the group that does the carnival does a really good job. It's set up really nice. And it's over by the fire station. And it's nice just to have the community support. The fire department's been amazing. They do the fireworks. And they do it, it's all on their own time. Wow. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that and a hot dog sale at the same time. Yeah, yeah. And the vendors that we have coming in, the food that they have is really fantastic. I'm sure. Do you know a couple of them who are going to be there? You know what? I don't have that information. I know the one is Cherry on Top. They're an ice cream vendor. Oh, good. We need that.
They're exceptional. They're also my neighbor, but not to. But it's really good ice cream. It's all hand churned ice cream, and they do a really good job. I know a couple of them are pulled pork, things like that. Really different types of food, all different types of food. So it's really pretty exciting.
Well, awesome.
Especially if you like to eat.
Yes, I know I love to eat personally, so I love to ask anytime anybody comes here with an event, and I'm like, well, what's the food looking
Yes,
like?
yes.
So yes, you guys got to get out there, get you some pulled pork, hot dogs from the VFW, and cherry on top.
Yes.
That sounds amazing, so I have to try that.
It is very good. It is very good.
Awesome, awesome. And as for the competitions, like the rubber ducky race and the coin toss, are those still open to join, or has registration ended for that?
The tickets for the rubber ducky race, there are a few tickets left. If they get a hold of us on Facebook, we had 300 rubber duckies, and there are a few left at this time, but not many. We do a raffle where you can buy raffle tickets at the event, or you can buy them beforehand, and we raffle off. 2 of the prizes are going to be carvings by the Mason-Dixon boys, the chainsaw carvers, and they're donating 2 of their things to be raffled off. We also have a patio set, a rustic bench, wooden bench, and some other items to be raffled off. So it's kind of fun, you know. People come and get that, and there's T-shirts. We have T-shirts available for the festival, and little trinkets like that. A lot of the vendors are selling their items, all kinds of very unusual things. So that's kind of exciting too.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see. And since it's Father's Day weekend, you know, you can go get some gifts. So,
right.
So that's an excellent opportunity, and I'm sure some people would love something, you know, homemade or locally made and hand carved. And I know that I probably want to join that raffle because I need a patio set. So.
Okay, yeah.
So I have to get into that.
It is a really nice patio set. It is very nice.
I'm sure. I'm definitely sure. So we're about a minute out. But before we head to our break, do you mind just letting them know where they can get more information about the festival and where to go to participate in some of these things?
As far as the information, the Facebook page, Ansted Hometown Heritage Festival, if they go there, they can get information on just about anything. They can also contact us through that. My wife is very active on the page, so she can give any information. As far as if you want to get a hold of us beforehand, we have a hardware store in Victor, J&J Hardware. You can stop by there and I can give you some information, or you can buy duck tickets there. Or you can go to my wife's store in Ansted, it's J&J on Main Street. So there's a couple local stores that'll be open. Grand Robbie's, which is fantastic coffee and food, and they'll be open during the festival. But that's the best way to contact us, probably through Facebook or stop by one of our stores.
All right, awesome. So you guys know where to go. So if you guys want to join into any of these competitions, make sure you get in touch with the Ansted Hometown Festival. And we are about to head off to our first break, but come right back. I'll be right here with Committee President John Brent talking about everything that the festival has to offer. And welcome back to Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with John Brent Cashin, who is the committee president for the Ansted Hometown Heritage Festival, and we're talking about everything that they have going on for the festival. I mean, it's a jam-packed event. So we were talking more about the parade, and you're saying that it's going to be a really big parade this year, but you all still have room for more people.
We do. Any local group that wants to be part of the parade is more than welcome. They can get a hold of Libby. Libby Lucas is handling the parade. She's an amazing organizer. It's going to be probably the biggest parade Ansted's ever seen. It'll be really exciting. It's going to be really fun. It starts at 1 o'clock. They set up at noon, and right at the northeast side of town. And then they come down Route 60. So Route 60 will be closed for the parade. So don't try to go through Ansted between 1 and 2. You won't make it. But anybody that wants to be part of it can contact Libby and make sure they can get in there. So if you want to be a star of the parade for the day, you guys get in touch with Libby and she'll get you right in there. So since this is community forum, I love to ask, is there any way that people out there in the community could come and help out, whether it's donations or volunteering? Absolutely, we can always use volunteers. Our committee is just a few people. There's not a whole lot of people on our committee. And when it comes down to actually getting everything done, it takes a small army to do it. So if anybody would like to be involved, they can get a hold of us through the Facebook page. They can call my work number. I can give you that number if they want to, either donate or be part of or help out during the festival. There's always a lot to do. So we definitely stay busy. Oh, I'm sure, definitely. I'm sure the cleanup efforts are probably pretty lengthy process, and getting those ducks out of the yeah, that should be interesting. So that should be fun. That might be newsworthy itself. I think so. I know last year they fell into the creek trying to get them, and so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes seamlessly this year. I hope so. And you mentioned the committee, and before the show we were talking a little bit about how you came back to Ansted from California. So since you've been back and you've been a part of the committee before, but now you're the president, what really inspired you to take more of a leadership role? I like the community. I want to see it grow. I know the people that have run it before us did a fabulous job. Left us with the funds to be able to keep it going. They did a really good job of raising funds and gave us a really good kickstart. And I've always been involved in community where I lived, and I wanted to see it continue. I think it's a big part of, it's very important for the people. Definitely. And if there are people out there, that are watching and that may be thinking about, being part of the committee, but they're not totally sure, what would you say to them? If you have the time, it really makes a difference. A lot of people will like to sit back and say they ought to do that, ought to do this. And when you actually get to be part of something like that, you get to help make these decisions and you get to act on it. And you see how the end result can really make a difference to things. And it's not as hard as... It is a lot of work, but it's not really as difficult as a lot of people think to get involved, and it's very rewarding. I mean, sometimes in the evening we want to go home and go to bed and there's a meeting, but it's just part of it, and it all works out. I think it might be kind of fun to plan these sorts of things out too, and I'm sure it's really rewarding to go to these festivals and see all of your hard work pay off when you see all these people having so much fun. It is, and you see how important it is, the people behind the scenes, that are doing all this work, and like for our bingo, these gals make the food. It's a lot of work, and they donate all that food, and all these things are donations, and it's amazing to see people come together like that.
Definitely, definitely. And it's really wonderful that, you have a festival, not only to celebrate the town, but also, the people that really have dedicated themselves to helping their community. So it's really awesome to see.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see if there's anything else so we talked about the parade, but in the tractor show and the vintage car show, are you all looking for any more registrations there? So
Yes. Now the tractor show is through the Heritage Festival. The car show is being put on by, there's a Dixie's, which is a little fast food diner right there at the edge of town, and he's actually putting on the car show at Dixie's. It's Bill DeLine, and he's part of the community center committee, so he's putting that on. The tractor show is through the festival, and if somebody has an antique tractor and they want to come, they can just come, and they can set up, and we'll show them where to go. There'll be quite a few tractors. We got a hold of Antique Tractor Association, who is getting a lot of their tractors together, but there'll be a few others also. So it should be, and then we have awards for the tractor show and the parade. There's different awards that we give out for the fire trucks and floats and all kinds of things. So
that'd be really cool. And I've never actually heard of I'm sure there has been one, but I'd never heard of a tractor show before. So that should be really just new and different to see. Is that something that's been ongoing with the festival?
Yes, we've had it for several years. And it's pretty neat to see tractors that are 75, 85, 90 years old sometimes, and some of them are, around 1950 that are just completely restored, and they're beautiful. And it's pretty neat. There's a one father-son group that shows up, and they've got a couple tractors. Father's got one and son's got one. So it's pretty neat, and they like to go to these things and hang out for a while, and some of them drive around and they get in the parade.
Oh,
so
yeah. That would be great to see.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
See a bunch of tractors going down the street.
Yeah,
just
it's pretty
vintage.
neat.
So that should be really cool as
Yeah.
well. So you guys have got any vintage tractors out there? Make sure you all get in touch with the festival so you can get entered in it too. We got to let people see these things. So
they don't have to be a show tractor. Gotcha. I mean, they can be. Some of them are just an old tractor that still works and not restored. So it doesn't have to be, museum quality.
Gotcha. So you guys got a tractor out there. You guys go get in touch with them, because that sounds really cool. Like, that's really different. So yeah. Let's see. There's so much going on. It's really hard to keep track of everything. Okay, so we had the cloggers, the live performance.
It's the Lincoln County Cloggers.
Lincoln County Cloggers, and they'll be on the first day.
On Friday, yeah. They'll be Friday, right after 3 o'clock, gotcha. And they'll be performing for a while, and then after that, I believe at 5 or 6 we start the karaoke, and when the bands start, there'll be a little dance party. There.
Nice.
There's a big grassy area where the stage is, so that should be kind of fun.
Definitely, because
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of places to go and really dance anymore. So
Yeah,
to
yeah.
really be able to get to do it outside, it kind of gives you like a festival feel.
Yes.
So that would be really cool. Will the performances be split out over the couple of days, or will it kind of just be one big concert?
It'll be split up. I know on Friday. They've got the one band Friday evening, and then Saturday they have, I think there's 3 bands on Saturday, so different times. Starting Saturday afternoon. So kind of breaks it up to different kind of music. Most of it will be, I'm sure, kind of fitting for the area. Mm-hmm. So it should be a lot of fun.
It definitely sounds like a lot of fun, and you have multiple opportunities to catch an artist or catch some live music. I know it always feels more intimate and more more personal to see somebody performing in person. So
Right.
that should be really great, and feeds even more into that community feel.
Right.
So, really cool. And can't miss those cloggers either, the Lincoln County cloggers. That should be a great time as well.
And also the Mason-Dixon boys, if you can, either of those you can look up on their Facebook page. And the Mason-Dixon boys, they're a pretty good sized wood carving outfit. They have a big trailer, they show up and they take a lot of space, and they'll be doing carving there.
Oh, like live carvings?
Yeah, on the street
wow,
with their chainsaws and everything.
That'll be awesome.
So they'll be doing that for Friday and Saturday. So that'll be pretty exciting. And they'll also sell their in addition to the two that they're donating, they'll be selling their carvings and everything.
So you get to see how it works, and then you can buy something too. So
right.
That'll be really cool. So another thing that I love to ask at Community Forum is that if money was no object and you could find something else to incorporate into the festival, what would you love to do?
Well, if we had a flyover by jets during the parade, maybe that would be pretty exciting.
That would be pretty exciting.
Honestly, it's a small town, and there's not a whole lot of room, and we try to incorporate everything we can into that. We didn't run out of room, but it does get, you start looking at it, it gets tight, and some of the logistics for the festival is we have to run electrical for a lot of the vendors, and that's a huge endeavor. That's, it's hooking into the utilities and actually running all this electrical for these units, and that type of thing gets pretty involved. And but luckily it's all been set up in the past, so it's a matter of just taking it out of storage and hooking it up. But luckily we have some electricians there in town that everybody comes together and helps, and it's really, really nice.
Awesome. Well, hopefully, since we put it out into the air, we can get you those planes by next year.
There we go.
So thank you so much for, joining me at the forum this week. And thank you guys for joining us as well. You guys be sure to tune in next week, and also be sure to go to the Ansted Festival. It sounds like a great time. But until then, I'll see you guys next week, and you have a happy Sunday.
Thank you.